Hey guys, it's MrCrayfish, and just a little disclaimer before I start this video today. This project that I'm working on is for school and it's not actually meant for you guys, but I thought I would share it anyway because you guys would be interested in developing games or stuff like that, or seeing me develop a game. Practically this video just goes over the progress, and I'm going to be doing this throughout the whole development of this game that I'm creating, so there's going to be more videos. So if you do like this video and you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, this is Casey, and welcome back to another progress update on my game which I am creating for my major project. So there has been a lot of new additions, changes, and also some problems that have arisen during the last video till now, and I'm going to be going over them in this video. So we're going to start with one of the most noticeable, and this is a change that I did to the player movement. So no longer is the map static and the player moves around. It's the opposite now, so the player is actually stuck in the middle of the screen and the map moves around, and what this just allows for is bigger maps, so I can create any map size that I want to. Before I was limited to a 16 by 16 tile map, but now I can create any size map that I actually want to, and it's going to make creating levels a whole lot easier now because I don't have to create multiple maps. For example, this town would be split up into 4 maps. Whereas now I can just have it as one map, and it just makes it a whole lot easier. So that's the first change that I made. It definitely needed to be done because it was just going to take a long time, and yeah, it looks really cool now that the map moves around and stuff like that. Now basically just how that works is, if we go into the player class here, if we scroll down, where is it? Here, in this update position method, we're calling this method called moveMap in the screen method, and if we just go to that real quickly, you'll see that this moveMap method here just moves around the terrain bitmap and the object bitmap, which is pretty simple, and it just moves it accordingly to the player. Now I wanted to add some more content in, so I've added in some new objects. As you can see, we got some flowers here, we got a bush here. If we come down the bottom there, we got some red and white flowers, and then we got some bushes here. Now how these are added as well is, if we go into the overlay class here, I'm going to rename it, I just did that for now. If we go into this class here, we actually define the objects in here, so we basically just create a new variable, tell it which sprite to use, and then just tell it if it's true or false. And then how it's actually set onto the map is through the level class. So if we go to the class here, which is for the level that I'm currently in the game, we just do set object, the position that we want it to be in, and then select the object that we want to be actually rendered. So as you can see, I've set multiple objects for this map here. We've got lots of wooden doors for all the houses here. We've got some bushes, which is 6 here. We've got flowers placed around and stuff like that. So that's how you set objects into the map. Now a feature that was in the last one but wasn't complete was exits, and exits basically are specific coordinates on the map which teleport you to another map or something like that. So if I walked into this block here, then it would teleport me to a new map area. And what this is useful for is, if we walk into this door right now, we can teleport to a new map which is actually a house. So you come in here, and these are some more objects that I've added in. So ones you didn't see were this kind of shrub one here and this blue flower here. So it allows you to teleport to maps, and we can also teleport back to that map and come out that same door. So this is good because it means that I can actually put more detail into it. Like, this might not be the actual size of the house, but when you go inside of it, it shows all the details to it. So basically it just teleports you to a new map, and to show you how this works is, if we go back outside here and we go to our home village here, we're setting exits in this set exits function, and what we're doing is we're calling the set exit function. We're telling which coordinates on the game will trigger an exit. We tell it which map we want to teleport to, then we tell it the coordinates in that new map which we want to teleport to. So what we'll do is we'll go to the coordinate 9 and 13, so it's just above here. So if we walked one more, we're going to trigger that exit, and it's going to take us to a new house, and it's going to put us into the position 4 and 6. As you can see, we got 4 and 6 here. So we're in that house now, and then I've also set in that house an exit. So if we go to 47 now, it will teleport us back to the previous map, and as you can see, our coordinates are 914, and it has 914 on the code here. So that's basically how you can set exits in a map, and this is just to go to like new areas. So I might make an exit to the town over here, which goes to an area which leads off to mobs or something like that that you have to kill. And it was basically an essential which is needed to actually develop this game, because I need to go to new areas, and I need that to be able to go to those new areas. There have also been some improvements to the graphics. As you can see, the grass no longer just goes from a straight grass to dirt. It's actually got this nice trimming, and this is actually using a special algorithm to actually calculate this, and I'll show you right now. So if we have a look at this render special method, which I got open already, basically it just checks if the tile is a grass tile, and then if it is, it will check the adjacent tiles, and if the adjacent tiles is dirt, it will render the edge onto the grass, so it transitions nicely into the dirt. Now, one last thing that I've probably added is these walls here. Now, these are using a special method which calculate or checks adjacent blocks again, and checks to see if there's another wall around it, and it will render the sprite accordingly. If we go into the class which actually does this, basically we've got some booleans here, and this either tells it if it's true or false. So if there's a wall to the left, it will become true, or if it's not, it will become false. Same for the rest here. If it's right, true. If it's up, true. If it's down, true. And then using those variables there, we can check. We can use them in some if statements, which will then render the sprite accordingly, and render it. It will set the sprite accordingly, and then it will render that sprite down the bottom here. So hopefully that wasn't too hard to understand. But that's basically it so far. I'm going to be adding a lot more content probably for the next update, and some more features. So far it's going quite well, and oh yeah, a problem that I had was with objects. For some reason the class absolutely broke, and the class is like, this is a class, this is a class. The class absolutely broke, and I don't know why. And basically what I did just to fix it was I created a new class, basically copied all the code, put it into there, and then somehow it worked for some reason. I don't know why. So I basically deleted this, created a new ActionScript 3 class, and then copied my code into that new class, which is weird. So that's one problem that I had. I also did have a problem with the player position. The map wasn't moving correctly to the player, and also the set player X and the set player Y, I was having a problem with that as well, but now it is actually fixed. So far the progress has been going quite well. I haven't run into too many problems, and this is probably like the furthest I've ever got into actually developing a kind of real type of game. I've tried to develop games before, but this is like the first time I've actually done it, and I think the motivation, like for doing it for a school project, is helping out a lot because I'm really interested in this. So I'll see you for the next update.